Hi.
Hey there, I'm Barnabas.
This is Ben.
We're at Taffy Central right now talking about the job fair that's coming up.
That's right, it's going to be pretty exciting. We're trying to give you guys some tips to make sure that you use that time most effectively and get the most out of what's going to be a very busy day.
So this is our third video and we're talking about tips right now at the job fair.
That's right. So things you need to be prepared for. This may be your first job fair. If you've never been before, it's really busy. We're lucky that we get about 1,200 people every year talking to 30 studios. The math doesn't work out quite favorably. You're not going to see all 30 studios. In the last video, we talked to you about find the people you really want to connect with and prepare to connect with them. Now let's talk about the day of. It's on a Saturday morning.
Yep.
And it's down by the waterfront, George Brunch College, which is delicious. You should try their Eggs Benedict.
Yeah, Hollandaise is delicious.
Yeah.
Now it starts at 10 a.m. and it goes till 6 p.m. Now don't leave it till the afternoon because it's going to get crazy. So I'd say get there right at 10 a.m.
If not earlier. There are lineups.
Early is we're still setting up though, so don't get there too early.
Not so early that you see us walking around in our underwear, which Barney will be. But early enough to make sure that you're at least able to target your first studio and be close to the front of the line. Here's a hot take. Being up front allows you an opportunity to really set the tone for everyone who follows you. So make sure you're seeing your big studios that you want to meet first and getting in early enough so they remember you. By the time the day is done, they've met a lot of faces, and if you're going to your favorite studios towards the end, you may become part of the mix. You want to make sure you stand out. So target those people early and find them on the map and hit them up.
Now, say if I go to a studio, how long do I get to talk to them? Do I get to tell them about my family and my dog and my dental history?
Well, your dental history is important in case you get into a car accident, but truthfully, you're probably going to get about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, maybe more.
Okay.
Some studios are quite generous with their time. You'll see a lot of studios have very large lineups. So be prepared to be succinct, get in there, talk about who you are, get them excited about who you are, show them some of your work, and leave them something to remember you by so that they can get on to the next person. Make it meaningful, but remember, it's going to be short. You're not going to be there for a long time.
So I don't have time to be creepy and hang out for a long time?
We highly recommend you're not creepy.
Okay, fine.
We've had a lot of feedback from studios saying that creepy doesn't get you a job.
Fair enough.
It's unusual, but that's the statistic.
So I need a business card and I need something to leave behind. Do I need a PDF printout or anything like that?
Well, it's always useful to have something that they can see that reminds them of who you are. A business card is a nice way to have your contact information, maybe a little logo, but more important, maybe a leave behind portfolio. Either way, whatever you're leaving behind should have your website. If you don't have a website, you should probably consider getting one, as well as a link to your YouTube channel or any kind of place you have demonstration content, as well as your contact information. If you don't have those three things, they may not be able to follow up with you.
Now, is it a good idea to talk to other people that are there, other students, other grads, or should I kind of wall up and close off?
Well, if you're the type of person who likes to talk to other people, it's recommended. You're going to have 1,200 people there, and you never know. Some of these people might have opportunities to jobs you didn't think of.
Yeah.
Or they may be someone you work with in the future, so why not make a few new friends?
You can make a friend, and possibly that friend will help you get a job at another studio at another point in time.
Or they can identify your remains in a car accident.
Perfect.
Other things to think about. There are a lot of lines, so make sure you're wearing comfortable shoes. It sounds kind of unusual, but it's a long day of standing, so we want to make sure you're not complaining or uncomfortable. Also, wear some nice light clothes, but make sure you look professional. Don't look too casual. You're trying to impress people with who you are. Don't wear a suit, don't wear a tuxedo, don't wear a top hat, unless you think a top hat's going to get you a job. Try not to wear a costume, unless you feel like a costume is your way of getting a job.
Yeah, you might not get hired.
Probably not.
You probably get fired before you get hired.
Probably, yeah, you're going to set an unusual impression. This is all about first impressions. A couple other things, tactical things to think about. Bring some water. Bring something to drink out
A
of.
water bottle.
Water bottle's useful.
There's refillable stations there at George Brown.
Yeah, George Brown has a 0 water bottle policy, so you cannot buy water on site. You could go next door to Corus Quay, but be prepared for lineups as well there, because it's still a developing neighborhood. The other thing we'd recommend is you bring a lunch. It's nice to be able to stand in the line at Tim Hortons, but not reliable, and it's not a good use of your time. If you're already there and you're waiting in lines, don't wait in line for lunch. Just bring something, go sit by the waterfront, enjoy it with some friends, then get back into the next line.
Great.
Anything else?
I think that's it for now.
Okay, next time we're going to talk about what do you do to follow up? How do you make sure that that time that you've had in front of the studio is best utilized? Because quite honestly, there's going to be about 100 people, 1,200 people at the actual event. You want to make sure you have a chance to follow up with them and get a chance to get that interview, which I should remind you, this is not the place to get a job. This is the place to connect with people who are offering jobs. The job will happen at the interview. You want to make sure they follow up with you. And it's important to know, if you're not on the registration list, if you're not part of our attendee list, giving us your information, they may not get a chance to see you. We have an attendee list that goes out to every studio who attends as an exhibitor after the fact.
What you're saying is I should sign up on the Eventbrite to go to the job fair because Taffy will give all the studios my contact information afterwards.
That's right, including what kind of experience you have, what kind of expertise you have, how to get a hold of you, all these useful things. So if you can only see 8 studios, all 22 of the other studios still have a chance to check you out. So this is a great opportunity to get that exposure as well.
Great point.
Okay, so next time, what to do to follow up. Thanks very much.
Thank
this
you.
is the Taffy X Queso Job Fair, brought to you by the City of Toronto, one of our presenting sponsors. May 5th, George Brown College. Not George Brunch College. Make sure you have brunch before you show up.
We'll see you there.
Bye.